Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today I'm going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool subject for today? Our cool subject for today is selling, okay? How to sell service warranties on cars, boats, tractors, any kind of vehicle, all-terrain vehicle, anything that's got moving parts and has to have maintenance is what we're talking about today. See, selling, it's not complicated, and we complicate it. I've done it so many times. So, guys, I've been in sales since the 80s in one form or capacity. So when we talk about selling, I'm going to tell you my experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And a lot of times we can miss a great opportunity and a great sale because we didn't prepare for it. And a lot of times we don't even know. A lot of times when you first get into sales, nobody teaches you really why people should buy warranties, service agreements, maintenance agreements, repair agreements, replacement agreements. I'm just saying. So today my simple job is to give you some encouragement. You can do anything you put your mind to. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time, so I know a little bit about warranties and how they work. A lot of times people who complain the most don't buy them. They're the ones who get mad and frustrated. And listen, guys, people will be more inclined to buy warranties and service agreements if you inform them. You don't drop it on them at the end of a presentation. One of the things that I would do is if I had, electronics, I sold electronics for years. So I used to open them up and show people what was inside the electronics. So that way they can get an idea of how complex these things are. If you go look at a car motor, this is what I would do is I would sell in a service agreement. I would actually take them to a car. I would show them features and this, and this. And I would show them and let them know this is the kind of thing that if it were to break, these are the kind of prices. So we're not trying to scare you from buying it, but we want you to be prepared. And we offer services to cover all of our products up to so many years. And we can put it in your monthly installment and you don't even have to worry about it. See, what I'm trying to do, guys, is prepare you on how to sell your customers, because you're going to have customers. You're going to be selling these products. You're going to be selling boats. You're going to be selling, big ticket items that have movements, tractors and semis and cars, just all kinds of great things that are out there that you're going to have service work done on. If you have a car, you've got to have the oil change done. At least they say, every 5,000 miles, 3,000. They got these synthetic oils and stuff that are really cool. So they're able to, do a lot, and you can do it for a little bit longer. But you still have the wear and tear and the maintenance that needs to be done on your vehicles. The things on your truck, your tractors, your boats need to be maintained. You don't just put that boat in the water and don't maintain it. Somebody got to check out the oil and how everything works and keeping it working. So when you're trying to sell something positive like a service agreement, a lot of times people say, "Oh man, I didn't want to buy that warranty. He tried to freshen me," and you might have missed the boat. Your customers, they're going to buy something. They know they need to get the oil changed. They know they need to rotate the tires. They know they need to do the maintenance and everything. And everybody thinks that, hey, man, it's free. Everybody's going to do it. And they ain't going to have to worry about it till later. But see, if you can bring it into your presentation. And when you talk about your awesome boat, this boat is sleek, man. It's designed. It's like you can go fishing anywhere. You got the top of the line motor. I mean, this is going to get you everywhere to and fro. It's going to save you money on gas and all kinds of great things that you can come up with your features and your benefits. But all through that presentation, this could be on a tractor. Oh, you got this wonderful tractor. It's got lift on the front, lift on the back. You've got the capability to do mountains and mountains and mountains of work with your tractor. But you do have to maintain it. You have to make sure it works properly. And you got to make sure that you've got a salesperson like you. And it was just like me. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, guys. Give me a thumbs up and please share my videos. I just love talking about warranty, service agreements, and maintenance agreements, because a lot of times people don't believe in it. And then when they have an issue, it's like, oh crap, I wish I would have had that guarantee. I would have had that service agreement and warranty. And our simple job is not to judge the customer. It is our job to give it as a presentation. Let's just say, for instance, like I said, you're selling that boat, man. That boat's going to be sitting in the water. It's going to get sun. It's going to have issues. It's going to need to be maintained. It's going to need to have somebody baby it to make sure it lasts a long time. Same thing with a vehicle that you use on a daily basis. If you're using a vehicle on a daily basis, that thing really does need maintenance. And if it's just sitting up, you got a vehicle that ain't being moved, or you got a tractor that's just being sitting there and it's not being maintained or used, they can break down really quickly. So by letting your customers know, when you purchase this service agreement, we're not just giving you a piece of paper. You're going to be using it. It's something that you're going to be using. And we're going to take control of the pricing, so that way when you have a service agreement, it's not hitting you right between the eyes. How much? And we make sure we put it in your budget. And by the way, the key to success when you're selling warranties and service agreements and maintenance agreements, if you don't buy it on your own vehicles or your own products and you're trying to sell something, people can read you like a book, and they can read your sincerity. Now, you may be a person who manipulates people and twists facts and stuff. Oh, I got them. We're not out there, guys, to take advantage of customers. We're out there to give good customer service. We're there to answer good questions. We never lie. If you lie about your service or your guarantee or warranty and what it doesn't do, people will you'll lose your reputation, and people will remember that, and they'll go other places. So the key to success is always be above board, be honest, and you want to let them know what those features are of your service agreement are, what they can do for them as far as repairs, what they can do for them as far as maintenance. If this were to break, if this were to go out, and when you need to have this service, it's going to cost this, and this. And I know today you only want to buy this, and nobody wants to scare you from buying something that you really want. But when you own something special like this, don't you need to make sure that you take care of it so you can enjoy it whenever you want? And they'll say, yeah. And so your key to success is not to sell them something. A service agreement is a warranty that you can actually use. There are some warranties, you may never use them because they're not a service. They're not using maintenance. They're not doing the adjustments or troubleshootings to make sure that product. Now remember too, also, if you're buying these warranties and you don't use the service agreement, sometimes that can void your warranty. So make sure that you follow and you know what your warranty and service agreements do for you. So if you need to bring it in on a 90-day cycle, if you need to bring it in once a year for a basic maintenance and checkup, even sometimes if it's a little bit of extra money out of the pocket, it's better to be able to have it and get it done. And it's like a lot of times people wait till their car breaks down. I wonder what's going to happen. When do I need to change my oil? When do I need to go ahead and do this? When the spark plugs? What about it's just so many different things, guys. I love talking about this. And even if you're doing this over the phone, if you're talking to customers, let's just talk about, the question was, how do you sell, service warranties on cars, boats, tractors, and all kinds of other electronics? You got to paint a picture to your customer. The customer may not have bought it at the time of purchase. You're calling to set up and let them know that, hey, listen, you've got some time frame. You can go ahead and get this service agreement, and what we can do for you is, and I know you didn't get it before, and can I ask you the reason why? A lot of times, I don't have time. Or sometimes people will break down and they'll tell you why they didn't buy a service agreement. A lot of times they felt pressure, or they felt like somebody was trying to sell them something at the end of the sale. That's why I tell you, pepper it all through the presentation. And if you're selling over the phone, you always listen, we dropped the ball. Take the blame for it. We dropped the ball. I know it's not our company, but, I believe, we all work together as a team in an industry, and I hate to see that you weren't been able to get the advantages that you need. And our service agreement, we're going to give you 3 different types to choose from. You got to capture their imagination. You got to capture it. Now, these 3 that we're going to give you, we've got the gold, we got the platinum, we've got the diamond. Okay, with those 3 in mind, they have different price points, and they have this feature, this feature, this feature, this feature, this benefit, and between these 3, which one do you think would work best for you? Now, after you've had a captive audience, you've talked to this customer, they're going to make a choice. At least over the phone, you may not be able to close them, like you may be able to do in person, but I know some people that close really, really well, better over the phone than they do in person. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I'm your sales guy. I've sold service agreements, warranties in person, over the phone. I've been selling for a long time, since the 80s. Man, it's been a long time. So this platform is about sharing information. If you have any encouragement or any good words, now remember, I know there's haters out there and people don't believe in service agreements, warranties, and so forth. They want to pay everything out of pocket, which is fine. Again, it's not up to us. We have to, as salespeople, offer our services. We offer the product. We sell the product first. We love it. We want that's what they want. Help them get it, but also make sure that if something goes wrong, because it always happens, if it's man-made, woman-made, if it's made by a machine, it's going to have problems. I'm just saying. And our simple job today is to make sure that we walk them through the difficult process. We help them buy a service agreement that's going to be able to be there for them in a time of need. And again, sometimes you may never use your warranties. You may never use your service agreement. You got to let the customer have that knowledge, but give them the power to make the decision, should I buy a warranty or not? If you're afraid to even mention it, it's a part of our job. And my simple job is, hey guys, I got literally bunches and bunches of videos on how to sell warranty service agreements, how to sell maintenance agreements, and so forth. So check out my website. It's Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And guys, I really appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up and please share my videos and please subscribe. Again, today we talked more or less about, how to sell service warranties on cars, boats, and tractors. Get out there if you physically can and touch it. Show them things. Open up that hood of that car. Open up that boat. Look inside that boat. Show things that are mechanical, things that need maintenance, things that need to be cleaning, things that need to be adjusting. If you got tractors, boy, you need to be talking about what you're going to be using that for, how you're going to be using it. Man, you're going to be making all kinds of money using that product. And let me make sure that we got the service and the maintenance agreements on it to make sure if anything goes wrong, you're not out of production and you can still make money, okay? I'm just saying, hey guys, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I enjoy selling. I've been, hey guys, do me a favor. Also, if you want to know a little bit more about extended warranties and service agreements, it's always best to read your policies. If you're a customer who doesn't know whether they should or not, it's a pros and cons effect. I would go ahead and sit down. What are the benefits on one side and what's the negatives on the other? And the one that has the most generally is the reason why you should make that informed decision. And go out there and sell something, guys. Remember, don't be afraid to sell service and warranties. A lot of times people think they actually beat people up in these car dealerships about these service agreements or warranties. And it ain't that crazy, man. If the salesperson would get a little bit and then pepper it all through the presentation. Oh, and by the way, man, we're going to cover this up to 5 years. Man, as long as you're paying for this car and everything, it's going to be running like a jet and everything. So we want to make sure that you get your oil changes. We want to make sure you get your tires rotated. We want to make sure that we do everything for you to benefit you as a customer. And remember, guys, everybody needs maintenance on their cars. Everybody needs service work done on their trucks. Everybody, it don't matter if it's man-made, woman-made, it's going to break or it needs to be maintained so it'll last and work properly for a long time. Today, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy, and we had a wonderful conversation how to sell service warranties on cars, boats, tractors, and more. Now you have a pretty good idea. And remember, guys, when you're talking to people about warranties and service agreement, don't be so afraid. I know it's like you're afraid that you got to sell something else, but if you tell them up front, oh yeah, and when you first look at this tractor, isn't it beautiful? Oh, look at this car. It comes with a manufacturer's 90 days, parts and labor, and we can cover it up to 5 years. We do all the maintenance and service agreements, and you pepper that in through your presentation, and I guarantee you'll sell a whole lot more. So go out there and sell something, but if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. Stanley. And also, guys, check out one of my other websites. I'm a realtor also. I sell real estate. Check out my real estate channel under Your Happy Realtor. Okay. All right. And also, guys, I'm on Instagram. You can check me out on Instagram and check out all my homes and all the things that I do. It's it's going to be Your Happy. No, that's Your Happy Realtor. It'll be under Gary. No, Your Happy Realtor is the. Dang, I messed up, guys. I got to get back with the Instagram. It's Your Real Estate Sales Guy. Your Real Estate Sales Guy. Whew, I finally got back. I need some service. I need some maintenance. I need to go ahead and get somebody to help me. All right. Dang, man, you messed up.